Alright, what's up? I'm Ayan. In the previous video, I showed you how you can upgrade from Windows 10 to Windows 11 on unsupported hardware. And today I'm going to show you how you can clean install Windows 11 on unsupported hardware. First of all, we need to make sure how much unsupported our hardware is. So we're gonna type in this link and hit enter. This will download the PC Health Check app, which will make you, it will show you how much system requirements do you meet or not. Simply just download it. This will open it up. Well, I think the only problem that we mainly get is the CPU and TPM requirements, and no matter what CPU you are using, you will be able to install Windows 11, but the only problem is you need to have TPM 1.2. So if you click on check now, here you can see my process, everything is met except the processor and the TPM. Well, I can bypass the whole processors thing, but the TPM 1.2, at least TPM 1.2 is still required for this process. Well, if you still want to check it out, you can do that. I highly recommend that if you have TPM 1.2 at least installed, you should activate that. I am actually going to show you how you can activate your TPM as well. So this is it. We have seen the minimum system requirements. We meet actually most of the requirements. So I'm just gonna turn on TPM right now. Simply restart your PC and boot into the BIOS. So I'm just gonna restart it. To go into BIOS, I am using the F2 key, while on startup this will boot into BIOS settings, and here we need to find the security settings. Here we have security options, and here we have TPM security. This is the TPM security. I'm gonna turn it on, check it and apply. This will give me more options, so I'm just going to keep the defaults one and also activate TPM. After hitting apply, you can go next, exit the setup, and it will reboot into your original Windows environment. And here you can see if we have the TPM installed or not. Now let's wait for the PC to boot up. Here we go. Now let's type in run and search for tpm.msc. This will give me the TPM information. Here you can see we have TPM installed, and also we have a spec version of 1.2, which means I have TPM 1.2 installed, but I do not have TPM 2.0. So let's open the PC Health Check app again to see if we get TPM 1.2 here. Here we have TPM 1.2. Okay, now I have an unsupported processor and TPM 1.2. I should be able to install Windows 11. So to clean, I already installed Windows 11 using updating from Windows 10 to 11. So this is, I'm going to show you how you can clean install it for now. So simply go to this website. I will provide the link in the description so you can download Windows 11 for yourself. And instead of going to installation assistant, do not go there. If you want to update, you can use that, but I am going to create a clean install device. So I'm just going to go with the second option, which is create Windows 11 installation media. Hit download now. This will download the media creation tool. Simply open this file. If you get any prompts, say yes to those prompts, and the setup will look like this. Let's wait for getting a few things ready. This is going to take a little bit of time. Actually, it took a lot of time, but I'm still going to skip it. So here we go. Accept the license and wait for it. Wait as much as you can. Okay, I think this is going to take a little bit of time. Okay, I am going with the recommended settings, but if you want to change those, you can change them as well. Well, I highly recommend that we go with the recommended settings. Okay, you can use DVD, but nobody uses DVD, so I'm going to make a USB flash drive bootable. So I'm just gonna select the USB flash drive, hit next, and now I am going to plug in my USB drive. Here we go, we have the USB plugged in. Refresh the list, and now my USB drive is selected. Hit on next, and this will start downloading Windows 11. This is a long process, so I'm just going to speed it up. Okay, now the bootable USB drive really took some time, but now we have it done. Let's hit finish and the setup is now cleaning up and it will close. Okay, now this is closed. Now let's make sure that the USB is working correctly or not. Simply go to your file explorer and here you can see it should give the USB as icon like this. If you open it up, and this should have Windows setup and other stuff of Windows. Okay, I also need to change this to classic context menu as well in the next video maybe. Okay, now we have a bootable USB drive. Now let's move on to boot from USB. Simply restart your computer, and when the logo shows up, I am pressing the F12 key. This will open up the one-time boot menu. Now here we are. Now I am going to select my USB disk, SMI USB disk in my case. Hit it enter and this will open up the startup. Windows 11 startup will be coming soon. Now all we have to do is wait for the setup to load. And now the setup will open up like this, giving you the options to select language and time. So I am going with the default settings, and also I am going to select the default keyboard. And here we need to install Windows 11 because we are doing a clean install and we know that it will delete everything. So make sure you have a backup. Also, if you have a product key, enter it now, but I have a product key but I do not want to enter it, so I can enter it later and select I don't have a product key. Now here we get to select whichever one we want. We are going with the Pro edition of Windows 11, Windows 11 Pro, and this will check for PC. If you get this error that says this PC does not meet Windows 11 system requirements, but you do have TPM 1.2, you can bypass this error. Simply select Shift plus F10. This will open up a command prompt like this, and we need to type regedit here. This will open up the Registry Editor, and now we need to navigate it. Go to the local machine and go to System. Here we need to go to Setup, and in Setup we need to go to MoSetup. This location is already given in the description, so you can download it. You can see from there as well. We need to create a new so I am using this clip from a previous video which will show you how you can bypass the TPM and requirements, but I did not get this error, so that is why I'm using the previous video. So select new, create a DWORD 32-bit value. You cannot change its name by modifying it, selecting the modify option. You cannot change this. Before selecting modify, I recommend that you rename it first. So I'm just going to cancel it and rename the value first. Hit rename, paste this exactly words, all the capitals and the smaller letters exactly as they are written, and change its value from 0 to 1. If you hit OK and close the Registry Editor and go back and select next again, this will directly take you to license, but this error did not come to me, so I am not able to show you that. Okay, now this will search for disk. I am using my first disk and I do not have anything installed on it. So if you have something installed on it, select the one whichever you want to install your Windows 11 on. Make sure that you make a backup before installing, because this will delete everything. So this will install Windows 11 Pro and will keep nothing. Hit next and the Windows installation begins. Now let's wait for the installer to do its job. I'm not going to keep this video for long, so I'm just gonna speed up the whole process. And now your Windows will boot up like this. Yep, this is very satisfying. Credits to Microsoft for this. Okay, now here we need to select the right country or region. I am going with the default of United States. hit yes, and now this will ask for the right layout. I'm gonna go ahead yes and skip the second layout. So this is the good part. We do not want to use internet, and also we need to make a local account. So use the command prompt again by shift and F10 and enter this command right here. Hit enter and this will automatically restart your PC or your laptop, in my case my laptop, and let's wait for the bootup process to begin again. And now we have a new option which says I don't have internet, which we are going to select. Now this will automatically begin with the local account creation. So I'm gonna type in my own name. This will create my local account, which technically bypasses your Microsoft account. I'm not setting a password, so let's hit enter. And for privacy settings, I recommend that we turn off almost everything. Now I am using touchpad, that is why it is slow. I am very used to using my mouse. Oh hey, we are having some background noises as well while recording. Nice. Okay, let's make sure that we have turned everything off. Yep, we have turned everything off, and now we are going to select accept, and this will start booting up into Windows. Okay, now we have our Windows 11 Pro installed, clean and without Microsoft account, CPU and TPM requirements with our local account. Okay, now we can get to connect to our internet connection and update our Windows like normal. This is the first step that we should do after clean installing our Windows. So let me go to Windows Update right from here and check for updates. This will automatically install those drivers that we need. And anyway, that's been it. Thanks for watching. I will catch you guys in the next one. Take care. Bye bye. Also make sure you subscribe to this channel. See ya.